What's up everyone, it's your girl Brian Shanae, and today I'm going to be doing my own original tag. I tried to research around to make sure that I wasn't copying anybody's work or anybody's video, and I couldn't find anything. If you do, let me know, because the BookTube community is getting bigger and bigger and growing gradually. But I decided to do the live action movie Aladdin book tag. So I created at least 5 questions for this book tag, and I want to go ahead and get started. And as you can see in my little background, I have Princess Jasmine, and then I have Aladdin and Abu as my little background, since I am doing an Aladdin book tag pretty much. So let's go ahead and get started with the questions. So question number 1, if you were considered a street rat in Agrabah, what animal would be your best friend and what would you name it? So that's one of the questions that would be part of this original book tag. So what would your animal be and what would you name it? I really love monkeys, but I'm going to switch it up because I know Aladdin had Abu, which was a monkey. And I'm going to go with, I can't even think of one right now. Maybe I'll go with an owl, because I really like owls, and then I also love Harry Potter, and Harry had an owl. So I will go with the owl, and I would name her, what am I trying to think of like a name? I would probably name her, I don't know, I'm not sure what I would name her. That's so weird because I have all these names rambling in my head. I think I would name her like Sunny or Sun, because the sun is something positive when you look forward to, especially coming from the winter time when you hardly see the sun. So I'd probably have a pet owl and name her Sun. But I know that sounds weird, but that's probably what I would name her. So that's my answer for number 1. The second question that I have for you is, if you had a genie, what are your 3 wishes? And we still have to follow the genie's rules, which is you cannot wish to make you or someone fall in love, and you can't wish to bring someone back from the dead. So we still have to keep those regulations in order. Especially if you've seen the movie, he breaks it down even more as far as the rules and regulations and what you can wish for and what you cannot wish for. So that is question number 2. The third question that I have is, if you could see a whole new world, where would you go, or where would you go first? And here's a twist with that. It can be actual country or actual world, or it can be a world from one of your favorite books, or fantasy worlds, like Harry Potter and stuff like that. It could be that world. It could be any world from any of your favorite books, and it can be more than just one world. It's a whole new world, right? So you literally can go to a fantasy world, then end up in a science fiction world, end up in space, whatever, what have you, and end up in that world. So you can give me a list. You can give at least, I was about to say, 5 different worlds, if you could think of any that you would want to see first, and also where would you go? So I would say at least give me 5. I would say 5 answers to where you would go first, and then where would you go in general. So I think that's very cool. And then the fourth question, it says, if you wanted to impress your prince or princess, what would you do, and what would his or her name be? And then on top of that, it says the prince or princess you choose can be from one of your favorite characters from one of your favorite books. So let's say your favorite character could be from, let's say, let me think. Like Harry from Harry Potter, and you wanted him to be your prince. That could be your prince that you're trying to impress. Or you can just make up your own prince or princess and just come up with a name and how you would impress him or her. So I thought that was pretty cool. And also, like I said, it can be from your favorite books. Mix it up a bit. Who would be your prince? Who would you want to impress? Like, there are so many books I have read that I've really been interested in the characters and the men, but I'm not going to go into detail with that because I want you to enjoy this tag of mine. Then the last question that I have for you is, if you had a happily ever after and had the ability to create it, how would it go? when I thought of this question, I thought of as a little girl, I always wanted to have a happily ever after. And after watching all these Disney movies, they had different aspects of happily ever after. And for me, I had all those aspects from the Disney movies in one. Like, I wanted to have a magic carpet. I wanted to be carried away in my Prince Charming's arms. I wanted to find my true love and get married right away. I mean, there's just so much that I wanted to entwine as a little girl. And I know it's not realistic, but I still feel that I still have happily ever after. The thing is, with happily ever after, you never know how it goes. So for this question, I really want to know, like, if you had the ability to create it, how would it go? How would you consider, what do you consider a happily ever after? Because a lot of people have different aspects of happily ever after. It doesn't always mean like you're happy go lucky. It could be happily ever after for someone else in their own perspective, or you want a happily ever after for you, your loved one, what have you. So I thought that was very cool. But that is all the questions. I didn't want to drill so many questions down. I thought at least 5, and they were questions that I think you really, if you could think of and come up with answers with, because they're this is very fun, and I wanted to do something fun. I haven't done a original book tag before, so this is my first one that I have done. So let me know what you think of it. But if you like to add more stuff to it, like if you want to add more worlds that you want it to go, you can. Or if you want to add more friends as companions, if you were considered a street rat, you can list them all down below as well, as your answer for the question. But that is it, you guys. I really hope you enjoy this video. I really try to bring in some thought into it as the best that I could to my abilities. But if you like this video, please give me a thumbs up. Also hit the subscribe button and that bell. And since it is a book tag, I'm going to tag all of my subscribers and all of my close, all my friends that I have pretty much have been able to create since I've joined BookTube. So I'll tag at least, I'll see 2 people. So I'm going to tag Beautifully Bookish Bethany. Bethany, I tag you in this video. I've loved you since I started BookTube, and you have been someone that I'm continuously watching, and you're doing an awesome job, and you're just an awesome person, an awesome human being. The second person that I'm going to tag is Kat D. Now, Kat D, she also is part of BookTube, and she also collects Funko Pops, which so do I. And I wanted to pretty much widen my horizons and to also bring the Funko Pop community and the BookTube community together. So those are the 2 people. So I got Bethany from Beautifully Bookish Bethany and from Kat D. So I tag you both. I hope you really enjoyed this tag, and if you have more that you want to add to the questions as far as your answers, that would be awesome. But thank you for watching, everyone, and once again, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope that you go out and you see Aladdin the live action, because it is amazing. I loved it. It was just so much fun. But thank you so much, you guys. See ya.